Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of God Mason who rule and teach word. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect. To begin with 144,000, the elect men of the nation of Israel, and also the one-third men, women, and children, the believers, those of you that have come back in these last days, to worship your power in truth and spirit, opening at the hand for your salvation. To you, I may say shalom. As we understand, we are living in the last days of the last days, as Bible been prophesied from the beginning, as we are in this time, we are about to see the hand of this system, the hand of this world, the world which is under the rules and the authority and the influence of Esau Edom, the so-called white people, the Caucasians. Their time is up, their hand is near, and the Lord whom the world ignorant called him Jesus Christ, is about to make his second coming, and on his coming is coming to judge this world, to destroy the everything that is going to be, it's going to come to destroy the system in general, and also to deliver his men, the elect of the nation of Israel, So without further ado, as we see on the news, it's clearly we are in the time of the end, because this, what we see, these rumors, war and rumor of wars, these are part of the signs of the end, So we see nations, are not in peace to each other. There's a lot of ongoing tensions between these nations. So the spirit of the world right now is a spirit of war. Mosiah put the spirit of war in this current time to these nations, man. These leaders, of different government, different countries, they are against each other, and all this is to fulfill the prophecy written in the Bible, that these nations in one time, they're going to go to war, and that war is going to be known as what? The war of Armageddon, and also it's going to be known as the World War III, the war of all wars, the end of all wars, because after this war, the World War III, the war of Armageddon, the whole earth is going to be what? Brought to peace, under the rules of the Lord himself, Yahweh Shai Mashach, the King of Peace, you people of the world call him Jesus Christ. So when he come to rule in his rulership, there will be no more war, but peace. If I may lead this is the book of Isaiah 2 and 1. It's a war. The word of Isaiah, that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Judah and Jerusalem is a nation of Israel in general, which is consists of what? 12 tribes, So in these last days, Mosiah is gonna gather us all together, from the lands that he has scattered us, because of our rebelliousness toward him, because we have come against his ways. We have break his covenant. We have break his. We broke his covenant. Sorry, yeah. That's why we are in the hand of our enemy to this day. But in these last days, the Heavenly Father is going to send his beloved Son to deliver us out of the hands of our enemies. And our deliverance starting with what? With the hearing of this word, man, this gospel. When you hear this word, you believe it. You believe on the Lord, you believe on the Heavenly Father, believe on His prophecies, that are written in the Bible. The Lord is going to come to save you. That's a part of salvation in general, the beginning of your salvation. But it's also written, he that endure to the end, the same shall be saved. So, and also we understand in the other part of the Bible, it say, well, many are called, but few are chosen. So it's all about election at the end of the day. If you be able to endure to the end, it means you've been selected from the beginning to be part of that salvation. So we as well, we hope to be of those men that are going to endure to the end. That we can be we can receive salvation. From this misery that we are going through. From this oppression. And everything that our nation are going through, man. That's what we're hoping. So we can have new start, new beginning. And that is going to be in the kingdom of heaven where we dwell righteous, in perfection, keeping the law, statute, and commandment and everything as it is. It's supposed to be from the beginning, as it was supposed to be from the beginning, man. This very border is going to be changed. We're going to be given a new heart as well. The heart of flesh. From this heart, from this stone heart. This laboriousness that we this laborious mindset. I may say, So I may lead on and say, well, and it shall come to pass in the last days, and that's the time that we're in. We are living in the last days of the last days. It is evidence, man. Look what is going on around the world, man. Every day is a new thing. There's something new concerning the hand, man. We see a lot of things going on. There is earthquakes. The so-called natural calamities that are happening around the world. That's a part of the signs, man. Of the hand of this word. The muddy slide. This heavy storms. This the wildfire. All these are part of the signs, man. The presence of the so-called UFO. Even us, the men of Mosiah, standing on the street corners every weekend preaching this word is part of the sign, man. So we are everywhere. Every weekdays. Some brothers go in weekdays. Some brothers go out in the weekend preaching the word. The true gospel. This is a part of the sign, man. The sign of the end of this word, the end of this system. So we are in the last days, man. That the mount of Yahweh, mount represent what? The government. So the government of Yahweh, house shall be established in the top of the mountains. So we're gonna be established on top of the mountains. After Esau, Edom, the so-called wild man, rulership ended, we're gonna be raised to rule after. And if you believe it or not, we are right now we are living under the rule or under authority and influence of who? Or the government of who? Esau, Edom. The earth is being given into the hand of the wicked, if you may understand. And who is the wicked? Is Esau, Edom, the so-called white people. That's why the whole earth is full. It's been what? The whole earth has been imploded or exploded or covered or multiplied with wickedness. You know, wherever you go, you see LGBT community or LGBT influence, man. You know, these alphabet people, they are everywhere in the world. And where did it begin? It began from America, man. You know, and that's kind of influence was pushed around the world, you know, through media, you know, and other avenues, you know, or other means, you know, to the point like now the whole earth is full of wickedness, is full of that rebellious mindset, the alphabet influence, you know, alphabet people influence, let's say, you know. So we are at the end, you know. So it's a be established in the top of the mountains, and he shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it. And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Yahweh, to the house of the Yahweh, power of Jacob, and he shall teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his path. For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. As goes on as well, and he shall judge among the nations, and shall rebuke many people, and they shall beat their swords into plowshare, and their spears into pruning hooks. Nation shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. So when we come to our rulership, to begin with the Lord himself, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, whom you, the people of the world, call him Jesus Christ, the whole earth is going to be in peace. It's going to be at peace, you know. There will be no more war, you know. As we know, as we see today, all these nations, they are investing more of their times, money, and the knowledge in building weapons, you know, fighting wars. In our rule, it's going to be different. It's going to be opposite, you know. We're going to be doing things that are beneficial for the earth. Peace is beneficial for the earth, you know. That's what we're going to establish in the kingdom, to begin with the Lord himself, Yahweh Shai Mashiach. So nations, they're not going to be fighting against each other, man. The law, statute, and commandment of the Heavenly Father is going to be the governing of that time, you know, not the law of men. The law of men is corrupted, you know, is vile, you know, is set to change, but the law of Moshiach abides forever, man. So we're gonna establish the law, statute, and commandment of the Heavenly Father, you know, to the fullness. And this nation, they will not. All these nations, they're not gonna covet each other lands. They're not gonna be envying each other. Then there are gonna be no more war. You know, it's gonna be peace. You know, so that's all. That's a time where we are heading from this violence and the destruction and the evilness to righteousness and peace, you know, in the kingdom to come. So I may go back to the article, you know, yeah, so like, you know, which say North Korea says it conducted successful tests of multi-warhead missile, you know. Why they do that? They do that because they are preparing for the war, for the upcoming war, you know. Because you believe it or not, these nations, as I mentioned before, all these nations, according to the prophets, to the biblical prophets, they are heading to fight the war. So right now, they are taking time to invest more of their resources, money, technology, you know, to build the war, the weapons, you know. They are investing in building arsenal or weapons. So they can, for what? To fight, man. This is a what? This is the book of Joel 3:9. So proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Gentiles as these other nations, you know, outside of the nation of Israel, you know. because they have no what they have never given a covenant. They don't have a covenant with the Heavenly Father of what uh, keeping the law, such a commandment. You know, they are just doing whatever they want to do. You know, but in the kingdom they're gonna learn the righteousness of the Heavenly Father. So it's a what prepare war, and that's a mindset. We are telling you nations, you need to be prepared for war. Because war is coming, as it says in the book of Revelation 11 and 14. Second war already passed. First for the war, the first war and the second war already passed, man. The third war is coming quickly, man. Or joyous quickly. You know, war means destruction, means war. So the third war is coming. Prepare war. Wake up the might men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshare into swords, and your pruning hooks into spear. Let the weak say, I am strong. And that's what we see. North Korea, testing their weapons is to show these Western countries that we have ability or power to defend ourselves, because before that, America was on the top ladder, you know, having all these type of weapons, power, money, influence, going around the world, you know, uh, policing the nations, keep them on bay, So, but this now, as we are approaching to the end, Mosiah, he give them this other nation as well technology, because we understand according to the biblical prophets, Esau alone was given the power and the blessing of the sword, man. The sword means these weapons. But right now, Mosiah is giving the share, is letting this other nation to get that technology from Esau to build their own weapons. Why? Because they need to prepare as well for the upcoming war. Because otherwise, it's gonna be unfair war, you know. So Mosiah have to give them ability as well, so that when the war comes, the time of war comes, they're gonna be able to fight, So right now they're investing more money, more time, knowledge in building, and creating war weapons, man. Before I close, I may read this book of Ezekiel, 21 and 9. I may read it. Say, what? Son of man, prophesy and say, thus says the Lord, say, a sword is sharpened, and is also furbished. It is sharpened to make a soul slaughter. It is furbished that it may greater. Should we then make mouth? It containeth the load of my son as every tree, and he has given it to be furbished, that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furbished to give it into the hand of the slayer. The main slayer is who? Is Esau Edom, the so-called white people. And they are the one who have been given the blessing of the sword. They sit on the top, concerning the weaponry. The top 2 nations or top 10 nations in the world who have nuclear power are who? Are all Edomite, man. The one that are on the top 2. So look. If I may just, this list of top 10 largest nuclear power countries 2024. It started with Russia, who was a majority inhabitant of Russia. The one who are in the ruling seat is one of the Edomite tribes, man. And the United States is controlled by who? The Edomite, the so-called white people, And then we have China, and then when we jump down, we see what? There's a France, a United Kingdom. All these are Edomite, And then we have in North Korea and Israel is also, uh, most of them are Edomite, you know, the so-called white people. So Mosiah have given them the power, the blessing of the sword, and they are the one who are right now creating and building these weapons, man. You know, developing them, man. Developing these weapons, man. You know, but it's gonna be at the end. You know, all these weapons that they have, they are trying to what, to test them, which they are testing them. They're gonna use them. You know, in the time of war, World War III. So with that, I'm say Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat.